hit it with um I still feel like I'm out of it because I didn't have like 1 minute to spare. Literally the points like updated and then I saw it and then it was like 12 o'clock. So gosh, I don't even know where to start. My team is amazing, and seeing how everyone came and wanted to, do the widen your reach points and do all that they could to get to their next level to help. Oh my God, I'm signed in as Carrie. I just realized. Is she logged in too? I must have not logged out of her account.
She'll be able to get on.
Okay. But yeah, anyhow, I just had the last few months I was close to it and I was just really focused on helping everybody in their goals. And I didn't really like try to run for blue, but this month I was like, okay, I'm going for it. Like there was no doubt in my mind I wasn't hitting it. I had a plan A, B, C, D, and E that all did not fall through. They all fell through. So I had to like come up with a new plan like multiple times. And then I found out the day before I was leading the health opportunity call and I was like, dang it, that's going to cut into my time. But anyhow, I did it. And then I had a call right after that. And they're like, let me talk to my husband. And, like all the things that you're like, you don't want to pressure anyone to get started. But it was like every call I had just like wanted to wait till April. So I had to figure out other things, and so grateful that a older brand partner that hasn't been as active like reactivated and ended up getting a call that night and getting someone to upgrade to be a brand partner literally after 11 p.m. I'm like, how did that even happen? But I feel like when you have that intention and like you're going for it, like things like that just show up and just you make it happen, because there was no doubt I was going to figure out a way to go there, and I just had that mindset the whole time. And just every single person on my team was such a huge player in it, and so I'm so grateful for the amazing team I have. The leaders that are evolving from my team is just, I love everybody on it, and I don't want to miss anybody. So just my whole team, I love you, and Mary Beth and Rita and Carrie, and your support has been really helpful. So I'm so grateful to be connected in with this community and continuing to expand from here. So thank you.
Yay, Carrie. And it's so great. I mean, it's just been so amazing to watch your leadership rise and just watch it start to click for you and see how much you really care about your team and supporting them in their whys. And so when you get to that level, that's really what it's about, is just making your why, your team's whys, so really amazing, Carrie. I'm so happy for you and your team. And then Michelle Ricci, she's also another Blue Diamond who also really makes her team's whys her why. So Michelle, you want to come on and share for a minute?
I'll try. I'm so verklempt this morning. But yeah, I really want to echo what Carrie said. It's, I came up with a plan, and, I think once it gets mapped out, even if that's not what happens, it really helps solidify that intention. And so you just kind of know when it's going to happen. And I just set my mind to it. I spent a lot of time in the water here in Mexico, and just imagine myself swimming through this ocean, and called everybody in my team's name into the water, and splashed myself with it and swam in it and got on a boat, and I did all these things. But yeah, my team's why has been my why, and to see it all coming into fruition. The reason I'm here is because of the amount of people that Mary Cornwell is helping, and the amount of people that Heather rose up to help, and Lee and Kim, and we had so many fast starts this month. Paylin hit fast start executive, Shiva hit fast start consultant, and just watching what that's doing for Mary Jane and her business. Like I woke up this morning just in tears because everybody's so lit up for April, and I'm so excited. And Amy, just her consistency, bringing on new brand partners and supporting them. And I don't know, these are my rocks, and these are the people that are really lifted this team. I'm working hard too. And it took everybody this month. We had in the Mojo team, we had over $7,500 in bonus and K Club payouts that'll be coming in the middle of March. And when I looked at it that way yesterday, I just, like, how cool is that? How does this company even do that for us? I don't even know, but that's on top of the commissions. And so I'm just really proud of everyone. And it's just my belief is so strong. I see all of my teammates in their whys fully expressed in their life, and even when they don't. And I think that's how we got here, and that's how we're going to keep going, is that I'm just going to continue to hold space for everyone to catch the vision and really experience the momentum so that they can solidify their own beliefs. So that's where I'm at. I love you guys so much. I'm so proud of everyone. I mapped out everybody's bonuses and everything. And it's happening. And so thanks for the leadership, and congratulations to everyone, sideline wide and everything, because wow, what a month, and how fun was that? So.
Yeah, Michelle, it's so awesome. And I'm so excited to see this. And I want to give you big props, because the day before, on the 30th, Michelle texted me and was like, you know what, I know it's happening, and I'm actually going to take a day to really get in the zone and do some self-care. And she went out on a boat with a bunch of friends and had a party for her husband, and just took a day to really fill her own cup, so that on the 31st, she could be completely present. And she was there for her team the whole day. And she was energized from taking her day of self-care. So I want to highlight you as someone who's really finding the balance of building and really putting in the effort and the work that it takes to grow this business, but not at the expense of the lifestyle. So beautiful job, Michelle. We also have a couple new diamonds that are going to be joining us for Diamond Club. This is the last month to hit Diamond, you guys, to come to Diamond Club. So I'm not sure that Heather's on. I actually think she's signing up a brand partner right now. So maybe we'll hear from her in a bit. But Rachel Costello, are you on? Can you share a couple words how your diamond run was for you?
Yeah, thank you so much. I am just really feeling all the feels when I hear everyone else's stories. So thanks for sharing. And if a little bit about me is that I joined, March must be my month, because I joined last March and I hit Fast Start Executive, and then I've hit Executive every single month since then until this March, when I finally went Diamond. And it took a lot of inner work, and plugging into the trainings, and a lot of just really feeling in the flow. And I think I had mapped it out. I have, people on my team that are really catching the vision and coming to the trainings, and it's yes, this is okay, I'm doing it, and now other people are doing it. We're doing this together. This is amazing. And then somebody on a sideline interviewed me, and it was I don't remember when, but it was mid-month, I think. And she was like, oh, I just want to congratulate you, you're doing so good. You're going to be Diamond this month. And when she said that, I was I didn't believe her. And I was like, oh my gosh, do I believe that I'm going to be Diamond? I think I do, but when I heard that, and so I jumped on one of the trainings for Diamond Club. I think Sarah Rylander was sharing how she wrote, and maybe this was later on, but when she said that, I was like, whoa, I need to do some deeper work. And so I really solidified my plan. I got a lot of help with my kids. I got up early every day. I did all of the things to really change that in my internal belief system. And then I remember Sarah Rylander saying, when I was on my Diamond run, I wrote out my I, Rachel Costello, am Diamond, and here's my why, and here's how I'm going to get here, and here's who I'm calling in, and here's what I'm giving up, and this is what I'm doing. And I started doing that. I was every day, my whole journal is completely full. I was okay, I guess we're just going to do one journal a month from here on out. Because yeah, and Kristina said, if we want something different, we need to do something different. And so I'm also, had partnered with this group of amazing women who are running a spring equinox cleanse. So we have that going on, and then just partnered with these awesome individuals that are just like lit up and on fire. And I'm like, oh my, so inspired, like so inspired by my team and so inspired by my up team and just like side team and just like catching it. Like it's amazing. And I just want to thank everyone, because every single person, like you, like Carrie and Michelle are saying, it's like, it's this community. And I feel worthy of having this community and being part of this community. And I'll leave it there. So thank you.
Beautiful, Rachel. And I love your commitment to the inner work, because if you guys are sitting there like, what does it take to get to Diamond? I mean, this is really that next step. You can see Rachel like reorganized her calendar, found help with her kids, started really getting into the embodiment of Diamond and taking this business seriously, like it's a business, because that's what it takes to get to that next level. And like Rita said, you're blooming, Rachel, and I'm just so excited to see you at Diamond Club. So awesome, you guys. I'm going to actually pass it off to Rita now to introduce Carrie, who re-ranked Crown, and then we'll kind of dive into our training portion of the call today. So yay, everybody.
Yay. I'm just cheering everybody on so much. I love this. I love this energy. I love beginning of the month. I love end of the month runs. And I just want to all of you know Miss Karri Drinkwine. She's been such a powerful leader and light and influence in my life and in so many of our lives. And I just want to thank you, Carrie, for your incredible vision and leadership and really paving and carving the path for your entire team, because you just show up so beautifully and magnetically and have a huge vision and a huge heart. And you're really living it, to see on our like initial talk of what your vision was and what you wanted to create, and then you doing it and surpassing it, and living on the beach with your kids and just all of it. I'm so excited. So congrats, and you're so close to 2-star Crown. And I want to open it up to you to share on our new action plans. So thanks for being here, everyone.
Gosh, I don't know if I can do this today. Thank you. I'm like a hot mess today. It's been an emotional week for sure. And I just want to give so much gratitude to what this business can do and create, and not just prosperity. Like we are moving mountains within ourselves. And I teach every Friday morning. We had a really heart-to-heart team call this morning. And so many of us cried, and so many of us shared our visions together. And it's, what this business does is allow space for us to not just like exit the matrix, but allow space for us to listen to our deepest soul's purpose. And really that, there's so much that has come through me and out of me through being in this business that, when I was in this, I was just like, oh, I'm doing the thing. Like I work 70 hours a week. I pay the bills. Like I'm a boss, that's that. And so much has to shift inside. And so I've been teaching on wealth entrepreneurship for the last several weeks in my team calls. And I think that is like what catapulted us forward, is realizing there's like this deep internal resistance that is oftentimes pre-programmed. Like you are pre-programmed to believe that life is hard. You are pre-programmed to believe that you aren't good enough, or whatever your pre-programming is. And really starting to step into, do I literally believe that I am worthy and capable? Because that's the real work. I mean, everything that you're experiencing outside is a direct reflection of the inside. And, as much as success as I've seen, that's reflective of the work that I've done. And as much frustration as I'm seeing is a reflection of the work that I haven't done. Right. So we're always growing and always changing. And something I shared this morning was, if it doesn't trigger you, it doesn't change you. And so if you find yourself being triggered by something, see where you can find the lesson and see where we can grow together in this. So I've had a wild month. I'm going to jump right into our training, but yeah, I'm here in Mexico. I've had some really unexpected life turn events. I launched my institute, went through a licensing process, re-recorded and recorded and re-recorded, and led hundreds of calls for students, and all in the background, almost hitting 2-star Crown, right? And that's the power of this business. That's the power of when we can leverage a residual income. I can have time to pour into my kids, to pour into building hundreds of regenerative health practitioners. And I will tell you, building this institute has broke me, grown me, everything that has happened. I've never cried so much in my life, but it is beautiful and we are changing the world and we can do that. So I wanted to open with that because this steps into the action plan. Like you can fill out a sheet all you want, but until you like birth this thing from within you, your business is not going to grow. Until you like have this moment of like, I'm so tired of where I am. And you need to be able to see where you are going. And so it's so important that, and the company in corporate has done so many tools for us. So let's start using them. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can share my screen here. Can you give me power to share my screen?
Oh yeah, give me a sec here. Let me find you, Carrie. Okay.
Thanks, Sarah.
You should be good.
The birth portal is coming through you. And I feel like that birth portal has come through me every time I've upbraked, every single time. It's like, well, here we go again, I'm giving birth again. And it's going to be painful and it's going to be ugly and I'm going to cry and it's going to be awesome also, right? When that baby is there, it's like everything stops. All the pain and sadness goes away and you've really achieved this new space of existing and of vibration and frequency within yourself. So I just put together a tiny little document here to just help us visually with what we need to create our personal success. And if I could find that document, it would be great. Here it is. Okay. All right. So what are you guys seeing right now? Please tell me it's not an eyeball.
It's an eye.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Wrong screen. Oh gosh. Well, life is your creation was my opening thing here. I have so many screens up. It's showing me this. Do you see it now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. All right. So life is your creation. Everything you love about it is your creation. Everything you hate about it is your creation. We are the master manifestors. So what does that have to do with our action? It has to do with how capable we feel. So number one is download and fill out your action plan. And this is something I have let go to the wayside a lot, but when you can get focused on your vision and what you're birthing, it's going to give you focus to keep the cadence throughout your month. So download and fill out your action plan. I hope you've done that. I'm going to click on this here. Tell me if my screen is changing with you. Yes. Okay. So this month's goals. So I hope you have this right now. If you don't have this, start writing on paper, write out your month's goals. And this month, we're collectively aiming for 2-star crown. And I'm going to have high expectation and low attachment, but 2-star crown is where our month is going. Where are you going? Are you going diamond? Are you going executive? This is the path to diamond this month. And I spoke about this morning. It seems like diamond can sometimes feel so daunting, but really, if you think about it, spend all your time this week getting 2 people to executive, like 2 people that are ready to run with you to get to executive. That's 12,000 of your 15,000 points. And then a 3rd person at least to director, and you're all the way there. It's that easy. I need you to like click that in your brain that it is that easy to do that. This people triple rank to executive all the time. So know that it's possible and write out your month's goals. So start with your month's goals. How many brand partners do you want to bring into your business? How many customers are you wanting to bring into your business? New customers. So many of people on my team, we ranked Fast Start Executive together, some Fast Start Futurists. It was amazing. New volume is where it's at. Nobody wants to keep dragging old people through the funnel, right? It's great when they reorder, but how are you widening your reach? How are you casting a wider net and building your business? Do you have any of these goals? Like, what is a mini marathon goal? So in my team, we're doing a bi-monthly business opportunity every other Thursday night. So the week prior, we do a mini marathon. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, prior to the Thursday call, we do a mini marathon, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then there's the mini marathon on Thursday. And then after that mini marathon, it's follow up for the next week. Get on those calls, do the follow-ups. So we try to do 2 mini marathons a month. You can decide what works for you, but those spurts are so fantastic. What's your K Club goal? And then how many personally enrolled fast start earners would you like? So I would say if your goal is 3 brand partners, your goal is 3 fast start earners, right? You want everyone running through the fast start because that's what keeps them here. Rachel Costello, I don't think would still be sitting here as a diamond if she wouldn't have gone fast start executive in her first month, right? If she wouldn't have gotten that like, boom, here's what's possible, that kept her hungry for more, she might not still be here, right? So those fast start stories are what really plug you in. And then your why. I mean, we've all been talking about why are you here? Like, honestly, just take a moment. Everybody just take a moment. Why are you here? What is it that sparked within you that was like, I need more out of life? This is not it for me. It doesn't mean you understand like the biggest, grandest picture yet. I mean, when I started, I was like, I want to not fight with my husband over Costco jeans. Like, I want it to be less stressful, right? I make so much money. Why am I so stressed out all the time? And I'm working all the time. I just want to see my kids. So that was like my why. And then it was like, I want to travel the world. Then it was, I want to world school my kids. Now my why is I literally want to have enough money to write a check to inner city schools where those kids are eating 2 meals a day and pay for all organic local farms to come in and provide all their food, right? Like that is what I want. I'm sick of our kids, especially inner city kids, being impoverished and having poor nutrition and health because of the system that we have. So your why will continue to grow. So chunk it into something that feels tangible, but come from that space within yourself that is like, this is no more. This is not going to happen anymore. I'm creating change. Do you want me to give people time or want to just keep flying through? Rita.
Let's give a few minutes for people to reflect on this and a few minutes to write, to at least start your list.
Great. So in the list portion, I'm going to give you a few minutes here. Here's what I recommend people do. And you can create this list and maybe you have color-coded pens or you have a marker or something, or create different lists, but I recommend coding your partners. So we have a red list, a blue list, and a green list. And your blue list is people that look up to you. It's like, oh, it's so easy to reach out to these people. They're inspired by me, or they trust me, they have a good relationship, or, you know, whatever, whoever looks up to you, that's your blue list. That's like blue, I can reach out to them. It feels good. It feels comfortable. Your green list is your network, your warm market, like your friends, your family, your acquaintances, the people that love and trust you. And I asked this morning on my team call, how many of you actually drop a 1 in the comments if you have not tapped into your green market fully? Because this is your market, this is the people you get to ask things from, right? This is the market that trusts you. So green market is your list for number 2. And then your red market is the people that you look up to. And this is what can intimidate us, but what can also, we can like get this, you know, envy, like, oh, if they were just on my team, if I just had a few influencers, and you're not realizing that you're just like them. They just have a lot of followers, like whatever it is. But these are the markets that if we are constantly in all 3 areas, you don't want to just spend all your time in a red market, you're going to get knocked down. You don't want to spend all your time in a green market because you're going to be like, oh, this is so easy. And then when you hear no, you're going to get knocked down. Right? So we want to spend time, and I recommend reaching out to 2 people in each market per day, or at least 1. So spend time making these lists. So take a few minutes here to just write out some potential brand partners and really get intentional. Who do I want to work with? Do I want to be working with people that I need to convince? Or do I want to be working with people that are lit up and ready to run and that are coachable? So I'll give you guys a few minutes here and I'll stop this share and move into my other screen to remind you of those markets. Yeah, that's where I was gonna go just now. Okay, so share screen. Here you go. So here's your markets. Green is warm market, friends, family, and acquaintances. Blue is people you look up to, and red is people you look up to. So go ahead and take a few minutes here. Anybody, if you want to share anything, Rita, go for it.
Thank you. I love that, Carrie.
All right. Oops. Okay. You guys seeing the action plan now? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if you didn't finish, if you're like, keep scribbling, keep going. And then take the time after this call to keep going as well. But this is so important to have this map. Like, where am I going this month? Otherwise, we sit in front of our phone and we're like, what do I do? Like, who do I reach out to? Where am I going? And this is going to help you stay organized. Now, of course, I recommend using tracker sheets every time you reach out to somebody. Sarah, way back when, created a great tracker sheet system. You can use whatever tracking system that works for you, but stay organized. And remind yourself, I reached out to this person, I sent a link, I did this, but you have a map the whole month and you need to create so many things. So consistent reach out is where we're going next. I'm going to cruise through this. I hear my son in the background. But you want to be consistent on social media and be consistent on your reach out. So personal reach outs are more powerful than casting a generic reach out and hoping people, like, it's called posting and praying. Posting is great. Consistency posting is great. But if you are not reaching out to people, like,
I can hop on, Carrie, if you gotta.
Yeah, I'm going to hand it to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. That was amazing. So yeah, just to pick up from there, I mean, it's true, like if you're going to directly reach out to somebody, that's going to be more powerful and create more results. The social media is a long-term game, so it's like consistency, building relationships, following up with people, but really doing both approaches, because it's so important to do both. And then I'm not sure if we can exit the screen actually.
Yeah, let me see if I can take host back again.
Okay. But yeah, I really love to reach out through, personal voice messages, like why you thought of that person and, what inspires you about them. And then just being authentic, with who you are and your relationship to that person. But I like to lead with voice messages and then hop on a call or invite them to a call with your mentor after they've seen some resources. But yeah, that gives you your map of who you're working with this month.
All right, you guys, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Voila.
Nice. Thank you. Voila. Okay, great. And I'm just going to do a short RPM with you because this is what has helped me so much in my business and moving that needle and, moving it far and quick. And so RPM, I've done it with so many of you, but basically, just grab your piece of paper and draw 2 lines so that you have 3 columns. And this is going to be, this continuation of your roadmap. So this was developed by Tony Robbins. He has 75 different businesses, and this is how he creates an abundance of time for all of his personal life and his business life, because it gets you crystal clarity. So the center is result slash outcome. So you can just write that in the top. The right side is your purpose slash why. So this is basically the action plan. Thanks, Carrie. And then the left-hand column is your MAP, which is your massive action plan. So go ahead. I mean, I know for me, what I'm really focusing on this month is the rhythm of 3. And that's that map to diamond. So if you're wanting to get to diamond, if you get into that rhythm of 3 every single week, and that just becomes like your norm and your habit and your pattern, you can get to diamond and help duplicate and replicate a lot of diamonds. So go ahead and figure out what is the top result outcome that you want to create this month or this week, because we kind of have done this month. UBT, nice. Yeah, let's do UBT. So UBT is the rhythm of 3. So it's 3 ULTs or one of our, ULT kits or packs, whether it's an athlete one, and then helping those people to get on a smart order. And that is going to not only support you with those points, but it gives you an additional free 500 points. So this is what I'm working to just like make the norm in our community. And then jump over to the purpose slash why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to create this goal? Just go ahead and write down some ideas. And if anybody wants to share their purpose slash why. And who have you become now that you've hit this goal? And how do you feel in your body now that you've hit this goal? What sensations do you feel? And who have you helped? Slash impacted. And can I have one volunteer share your purpose slash why of who you've become now that you've created, this goal, and we've been focusing on the UBT? I'd just love to hear some reflections.
I'll go.
Great. Hi, Camille.
Hey, hi. So my purpose slash why is my to get a new house, get into a new house, and to be able to afford our lives and be able to pay all of our bills on time. And I'm now a new leader on my way to Crown. And the feeling I have in my body is just an explosion of peace and power. And I've helped others to achieve their goals with their business, and hundreds, if not thousands, in their health.
I love that. And how does that feel?
I feel so good.
Yes. Yay. And who have you become now that you have stepped into this?
I have become the woman that I've always been, but I didn't know that she was there. So I'm discovering my birthright as a sovereign and empowered leader and boss.
Yes. I want you to write that down. I've become the woman that I've always been and didn't know was there, as a sovereign woman in her power.
Okay.
And how has this impacted your family now that you have fully stepped into this?
Yeah, it's taking a ton of stress off of my husband. So there's peace in my home. We're not having to constantly figure out if we can, base our decisions on whether we can afford something or not. And it's, it will get us into a new living situation too, where we have a washer and dryer and a place for my son to play outside. And yeah.
I love this. So yeah, this is part of your why that you can write every single day of, I have a beautiful home. My son has a place to play outside and a lawn. Yeah, all of this embodiment, this feeling, this leader, this peace, this power, showing what's possible. I want you to write on this every single day and get into that embodiment of it as though it's already happened.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if everyone can hop over to your MAP, which is your massive action plan, just come up with 3 to 5 bullet points of how you're going to make this happen. And a powerful thing I'll just note in here is if your goal is to hit UBT, 3 a week to get into that rhythm, start to learn your ratio. Does it take, reaching out to 10 people before you find a yes, like, yes, this is what I want. I'm interested in this. And if so, that means reaching out to 30 people a week to hit UBT. So, also understanding your numbers and your ratios and getting into that rhythm. Does anybody want to share a few of their action steps for this month?
I'll go. Up out here. Action steps. Hi, Ree. Hi, everyone. Would be to, for the UBT specifically, is to reach out to 10 people a day and probably do 3 to 5 follow-ups a day. I would imagine that continuing to do live videos and reels and widen my reach to help, define who my warm, my green market is and who's watching. and to hit UBT, other massive action steps, stay plugged into the fire and do the income producing activities. So my first of the month plan, my declaration, leaning into my tracker sheet. Those are all things that can help me hit the UBT. Yeah.
Solid, clear. Yay. So this RPM, I do it on a weekly basis, and it just helps you to get so clear on your actions. And thank you, Michelle. Those are like perfect points. And, you know, pick the 80% of our results come from 20% of our actions. So find the thing that's going to create the 80% result, circle that and start there. And then just put these action steps in your calendar. So you're doing that. Okay. Thank you. Hope that is helpful for you all. I love this practice, and it just, A, it gets clarity on the results for each week, and then B, it gets clarity on that purpose why, and C, it gives you those action steps. So thank you all.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Kristina Ammon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm accidentally signed in as Sarah. And I just want to highlight how this is such a powerful time of the month to get clear. I did a reel yesterday with India Ari's voice saying, get clear on your intentions and the fill in the blank will rise up to meet you. She said universe, but you know, fill that in, whatever that is for you. Whatever energy is going to rise up to meet you, it's going to be a match to how clear you are on your intentions. And that's what this whole call today and this whole practice is all about. And I'll just share really briefly, if you don't already know my story, I have literally been able to create the success in my business because I had such a crystal clear why coming in, and it's never wavered. I had the why, it got me to the door with Purium, and it has just fueled me all the way through to the point where, and so I invite you to dream big. I invite you to get specific. And I'm going to help us all do that in 1 minute here, but to the point where if you are having those thoughts, well, how could I possibly dream that big? Who am I? I'm just this small, humble person. Like, how could I possibly really make that happen? And that's where bringing in a team comes in, because you're not going to do it alone. And that's the beauty of this organization. And I am so blessed and humbled to have brought all of the speakers that you're hearing today onto this team to help me with this gigantic why that I've come in with. So there's all kinds of recordings and places you can hear my full why. But let's drop into each of ours right here, because this is really the seed of your entire career with Purium and really anything you're going to do in your life. Excuse me, it's early here in the morning in Hawaii, so waking up here. So the first thing I want to do is have us all just really imagine the legacy that we're going to be leaving. One day, we will no longer be living in these bodies on this earth, but we will have left behind an imprint on our families, our descendants, if we have children, our communities, maybe the whole entire town you live in, the school that you've been a part of, the hospital that you've been connected to, the workplace, the community garden, the local farm, wherever you see yourself leaving an imprint or would like to, start to really imagine that one day there's going to be a future generation looking back, and what are the stories they're going to be telling about you? You're no longer here, and now they're telling stories of, what did this person look like? Where did they live? What was the house that they lived in? What did it look like and feel like? What were the amenities? What was the view? Maybe this person maybe you had gatherings. What were the gatherings like? What were the sounds in your house? What were the smells? Did you provide feasts for people? Or maybe you went and supported that in another place. Maybe there are physical structures or creations of art that you left behind that you're known for. Maybe there was endowments and foundations and parts of the community that were able to be created because of what you were able to build. So getting clear on, number one, your home base. What did that look like for you as the most exalted version of yourself living your life? How are you most taken care of to show up in the life that you want to live? And beyond that, like Michelle said, now her why is about all these other people's whys. Now she's carrying these visions of all these creations that can be left behind either physically, emotionally, mentally, and inherited by future generations. So go ahead and drop in the comments some of these details that are coming to you. Maybe fresh ideas are coming to you that you had never even thought of when you start to imagine this version of yourself, like really fully embodied and living that life. And how does it feel in your body? Get connected with the feelings of living that life. And drop that in the comments too. This is the time to dream big, because believe me, this is how this business works. This isn't fluff, this is it. And so getting clear, how does that feel? To me, when I'm living like my fullest, when I was doing the RPM, I just felt fully relaxed confidence, just completely grounded in my knowingness, like getting clear with those feelings of when you're fully living your why, even the steps, for Camille, it's like getting a washer and dryer in the home. That's like step one. That's important. That's a significant detail. That's going to relax her nervous system. And so she can connect with the feeling of having those. I remember when I didn't have those. Okay, that's it. That's something you can take this exercise if you want to flush it out even more after this call. You can take that and really just dive in to the details, go wide, go specific, and feel it in your body. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to feel in your last breath? And with that, because I've been so blessed and honored to manifest this incredible team and work alongside, I want to celebrate the most amazing woman. You all know how complete, I loved Nicole Brantley's word, impeccable leadership. Those are the best words to describe Mary Beth Fleming, who just re-ranked 2-star Crown and is doing just a heroic job of leading, building community, lifting people up, and propelling her own why and career. So thank you so much for initiating even this call here, Mary Beth, and everything you are and do. I love you.
Thank you, Kristina, and thank you for helping us to dream again and being such an amazing mentor for me in that way. I would say the one thing I love about this business most is it's really helped me to dream again. And that feels so good. And I get chills because the world needs more dreamers, right? Well, dreamers that are in aligned action as well. So that's what we're doing here. And I'm going to share with you guys, we're going to kind of wrap everything that everyone said into one thing. So you have your clear path for the month. But first, I just kind of want to share the two-star re-rank story last night, just so you guys can know what's possible when you have an amazing team behind you supporting you. Yesterday, both of my kids caught a 24-hour bug. So literally the whole day, I had 2 kids puking like everywhere multiple times, was running around doing laundry. I was on calls. My husband was in and out of running workshops, and I was having to drive in places and have people running in and out to take care of the kids. And I mean, it was total chaos, but it happened. And the reason that it happened is because of this amazing business model that we have, where we get to be supported by others. If I had to try and hit 2-star Crown on my own, there's absolutely no way. But, you know, the team was there and they were still going, even when I was dealing with sick children and jumping in and out. So I tend to have a lot of crazy end of the month stories where the last day is like a big blah, but it's amazing what can happen here. So thank you guys so much for holding me up, team. I so appreciate it. And then I'm going to share my screen to show you guys a little document that we can use to wrap all this into one place. So we have our action plan. We did that amazing, beautiful RPM. We have our why that we're going to start crafting and thinking about even more. And then what we do is we put it all in one place on a first of the month post so that your teammates can see your vision, so that you can really get clear on the specifics of it and you can put all this together. So I'm going to drop this in the comments so you all have access to this document. And basically, we have a couple different support groups. If you're on Carrie's team, you're going to do this in the regenerative health support group. And then the other teams, we have the Superfoods social business support page, where you're going to take a picture of your first of the month order. So you have at least 50 BV first of the month order. You're going to take a picture of your filled out action plan that we did. And here's the blog in case you need it. And then you're going to take a picture of you doing your rank declaration. So important announcement, they have changed rank declaration. We all need to have our rank declaration in by the 3rd of the month. So it's no longer the 10th. So here's the link. I advise you to do it right now. It literally takes 30 seconds. And you can declare either to re-rank your highest rank or the next rank up. You will get points if you re-rank or if you rank up. And even if you rank up and you declare to re-rank, you'll still get points. So do that. And then you're going to compile this all into a vision statement. So this vision statement is actually something that was crafted by Bob Proctor, who's like, if you don't know who he is, he's kind of a legend in the network marketing world. He's created one of the most massive network marketing businesses. And the reason is he really helps people get into that vision of what they're creating and take that aligned action. So with these pictures that you've taken, you're going to create your vision statement, and you want to tag your teammates, your uplines, your downlines, your sidelines, anyone that you want to feel hold yourself accountable to, so they can read this and really lift you up and support you in your vision. So first and foremost in your vision statement is your name. So for example, for myself, I, Mary Beth Fleming, am so happy and grateful now that I am 3-star Crown by May 30th of 2022, and I have over 300,000 points, which is what, 10,000 points a day, right? So you're gonna really get clear. So maybe you're going for executive, which is 6,000 points. You're gonna divide that by 30 to get the amount of points you need per day, so that you can be consistently working your business with a clear, so you don't have those major fluctuations of some points, no points. You're going to focus on generating volume every single day. The second aspect is your key players. So who are your key players? These are going to be your teammates. My key players are Rita and Carrie and Michelle and Lisa. And what are they achieving? What are they going for? Michelle's going to be Black Diamond. That's going to be a huge part of the 3-star for me. So who are your key players? And you might have some key players in there that are new. You might be calling in some new brand partners. So you could even say, one of my new key players is this brand partner I don't know yet, but they're going to come in and they're going to be motivated. And these are the characteristics and qualities they're going to have, so that you're really getting clear on who you're bringing into your team. Number 3 are your action steps. So this is exactly what Rita did in terms of the RPM. And this is something that you could do weekly. That could be an action step. I am committed to doing an RPM every single week. I am committed to going live at least 3 times a week. I am committed to reaching out to at least 10 people a day. I am committed to showing up to X amount of trainings per week. Whatever your commitments are that are realistic for you, so that you can go back and remember those commitments. I like to put those commitments on my mirror, because every month they shift a little bit. So what are your action steps? So what are you going to be doing daily to achieve this? Number 4 is maybe one of the most important ones. What are you giving up? So are you going to give up that 30 minutes of extra Netflix watching if you're running for Diamond? Are you going to give up these feelings of self-doubt and lack of confidence and step into your empowerment? Are you going to give up, feeling like you don't have enough time and just get really, really good at creating time blocks, or, setting alarm clocks for when it's time to switch gears? That's what I do personally. I like to set alarm every 30 minutes. I set an alarm clock so that I can get up and move around and re-energize my body and move on to the next task. So drop a 1 if this is all making sense. I know I'm going through it kind of fast, but you have this document to reference, and you're also going to see people's posts so that you can replicate it. And then the last one is 5, your why. So this is exactly what Kristina just walked us through. Literally write out your why in the most detail that you can. And your why is probably going to be different today than it's going to be in 3 years. But like Kristina said, she's basically had the same key components of her why the entire 6 years she's been here with Purium. So you're going to get clear on your why, and then you're going to tag your uplines and your people. And personally, what I do is whenever I'm going for a big rank, I go back to that vision statement and I read it every single day to myself so that I'm refocusing on my why, so that I'm recommitting to my action steps daily, so that I'm remembering what I decided to let go of and looking at who I can support as my key players. So hopefully that is helpful. I'll drop the link again so that you all have it. And this component of the rank declaration is very, very important to let your teams know that we now have to declare by the 3rd. So drop a 1 if that was good, if you understand that. If not, if you still need more clarity, just reach out to your upline and they can help you with the post and everything. So we have exactly 2 minutes left, and we have one more person to jump on. Heather Sutherlander ranked Diamond for the first time last night. She'll be joining us at Diamond Club too. So Heather, would you mind jumping off and just sharing how that was for you, and anything you want to say about your run?
It was wonderful and totally crazy, sort of like your last day too. Sick the whole entire week. It was the whole entire team that allowed me to go Diamond, and I think it was just the whole year of me growing and prepping for this, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my whole team just working together, and they really worked hard. So I didn't earn Diamond, we earned it as a team, and I'm now more excited to see them get there. And I praise God, because he dropped in 2 brand partners yesterday, like in the middle of the day, 2 total strangers who wanted to be brand partners. So so I give him the praise.
Awesome. Heather, what was kind of the most challenging for you, would you say, of the Diamond run in this last week of like really wrapping your head around it?
Just feeling, I just didn't feel good, but I just kept reaching out to the people on my list and following up. So just trusting that it was not just me. I couldn't get there on my own. There was no way you can get to Diamond on your own. And I really saw that with this run. There were 4 other brand partners who were such a huge part of me getting to Diamond. Yeah, I don't have any amazing words of wisdom. I just kept reaching out, following up, but so did my entire team up to the very last minute. We were all on our phones.
I mean, that's it right there. There's really no like secret sauce other than you just got to keep talking to people. Say less to more people is the ticket. And anyone who goes on a run, they'll let you know that they reached out to more people than they ever had to get to that place, because that's the secret sauce right there, is talking to more people. So happy for you, Heather. This is amazing accomplishment, especially when you weren't feeling well. So way to show up. And Carrie Drinkwine, do you want to close us out with anything that you wanted to finish with, since you had to jump off?
Sure. I just wanted to say, we don't have to go back into any of the stuff, but when you're doing reach outs, you only have 20 seconds to turn the volume up on what you're saying, or for them to turn you down. And that's really something to really take note of. We can really get wrapped up in like, oh, look at this message has everything in it. And it's often way too much information. And people make decisions based off of relation and emotion. So really speak from your heart from the second you open your mouth. And that's my biggest advice, is when you're prospecting, when you're sharing your story, when you're sharing your why, don't wait to get started. Don't be like, I'm going to wait 5 minutes for people to hop on. No one's going to watch that. You've lost them already, right? Come out of the gate, share with your heart, share your relational story. And so my life now living in the tropics 6 months a year is not very relatable to a lot of people. But my life 2.5 years ago, where I was in constant chaos and stress with my husband and not seeing my kids, is very relatable to people. So how can you speak from your heart immediately and then use that amazing feel, felt, found formula that Sarah has so greatly trained all of us on, Sarah Rylander, and really just coming straight out of the gate? Like, you have 20 seconds. What would you say in 20 seconds to somebody you really want on your team? What do you know about them? What are their passions? Do you know, like, this is the time to really spend more care when you're prospecting instead of just blanket copy, text, paste message, because people feel bad. So that's really what I wanted to say is, like, if you're speaking to a single mom, how can I relate? I was a single mom. I can relate to that, or how can you tailor a situation where you can say, I feel you, I have felt that way. And what I have found is that this community is so incredible and has lifted me up and has offered me more time and more support to be with my child. So that's it. Just wanted to let you know you have 20 seconds. So what would you do with the 20 seconds? How not cram it all in, but how can you open your heart and really serve the individual that you're speaking to that's gifting you their time?
Beautiful, Carrie. Thank you for that. And thank you everyone for being here. Drop a 10 if you're feeling like excited that you were on this call today. If you're feeling clear on April and have some big goals. And the Million Mom Movement Fierce Friday call is happening now. So if anyone wants to jump over there, go ahead and do that. But thank you, Carrie and Rita and Kristina, for your leadership and showing up. And thank you everyone for creating this space. We're creating something amazing together, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. So thank you. Thank you.